Ooh, this is my video on the co-main event between Dan Henderson going up against Gegard Mousasi. This match ended before it could even start. Within 70 seconds of the first round, Dan Henderson gets TKO'd by Gegard Mousasi. Pretty much Gegard Mousasi hit him with a right hand, dropping Dan Henderson, landed a couple punches. The ref stopped it. Many people believe this is the early stoppage. I think this was the early stoppage. I think Dan Henderson could have go. He didn't look knocked out. He looked a little groggled. I think he could have used that wrestling, try to take down Mousasi or hold him down for a little bit, get a little bit of recovery. But no, in 70 seconds, Dan Henderson got TKO'd for the stoppage. Mousasi gets the victory. Dan Henderson was complaining. He wasn't out. He wasn't like, you know, when fighters get TKO'd and they come back and they start wrestling with the ref, or they start, like, he wasn't knocked out. He didn't go limp. Nothing happened. Everyone thinks the early stoppage. It kind of sucks for Dan Henderson. Now being 7-7 in the UFC, Mousasi probably need a couple more fights under his belt before he was in title contention, but beating a legend like Dan Henderson, but it's kind of sad seeing Dan Henderson getting crushed by Daniel Cormier, now getting crushed by Gegard Mousasi in the first round, both first round TKOs. Yeah, and even though early stoppage or late stoppage, it's pretty much inevitable that this was going to happen. Their old Dan Henderson would have probably ate this shot like nothing ever happened to him, but now Dan Henderson being 44 years old, pretty much, if this isn't his last fight, I don't know what's going to be. It's going to be kind of sad watching Dan Henderson fight if he's getting TKO'd so early into a fight. Yeah, I know, early stoppage, but, you know, if it wasn't going to be then, it'd probably be later on, probably in the first round. But Gegard Mousasi winning by first round TKO, beating Dan Henderson in the co-main event, and I guess hopefully Dan Henderson, I don't want to see him fight again after the last two fights. Hopefully he makes that big announcement that kind of the end for him. He's going to retire. So there you go, Gegard Mousasi, first round TKO.